Good afternoon. Before I start, let me introduce myself. I'm Ms. Bhavana from Wockhardt Global School, Aurangabad. I'm the team lead for grade 1 and 2. I'm teaching in PYP and DP1 ESS, and I'm also a university counselor. I welcome you all for the webinar and wish you all a very, very happy new year. So before I start, I want to share my screen. My today's topic is encouraging children's creativity instinct in the classroom. Now, how we can encourage students? So let's ask a few questions before we start. So my questions to you, and please ask yourself, what is in creativity? Can everyone be creative? Can creativity be taught? Can creativity be accessed? How might we encourage children creative instinct? How do we create opportunities for creativity in our classroom? Is creativity an attitude, a skill, or a conceptual lens, or is an action? We need to connect it with the PYP elements. What is the relationship between inquiry, learning, and creativity? So let's ask few questions to ourselves. Each and every child, they are creative. We need to give them space to explore. As it is said that art encourages children to think, developing skills and confidence as they go. How we can develop creativity in our students. Teach them to think and then create. So I just want to share with you all what does creative means. It may be powerful imaginations, ability to think up, develop new ideas and understanding with reasoning, designing new world, develop confidence in their views and values, solve problems in a different way. So if we see a new PYP enhanced, so there we can see there the main focus is as student, it's student-centered learning. So we promote voice, choice, and ownership. So students, they have a space where they can choose what they want to learn. They ask questions and they can take the responsibility for their learning. So we need to give them the space where they can think out of the box, where they can develop their own views and values, and where they can share their new ideas with the teacher. And you may see children are with different imagination power. If we ask them to create some module of some invention, they may think out of the box. We may think only, okay, children, let's find out the invention of a cycle. We may give them a topic of car and all, but they will think apart from that. So if we give them space, they can think apart from this. So now our focus is, what is creativity? Creativity is the ability to generate and communicate original ideas and appreciate the nature of beauty. It fosters imagination, innovation, and a sense of aesthetic. See how much it is. Now, creativity is a state of thinking skills that helps each and every child to extend their understanding in different areas like art, music, dance. They can come up with a role play and imaginative plays also. Every child has his own adjective to produce new ideas, views, values, and in his own world. So it is rightly said, like how a child can create. So you can see the C for combine, R for rearrange, E for eliminate, A for adapt, try another use and extend. So this is what a child can create. Now, how we can influence their creativity. There are different environments like where we can support every child to be a creative. Like the supporting environment can be a home environment first, where the child is brought up. He spends more time over there along with his parents. Then it comes to the school environment. Like home environment, family members, interaction, quality time with the parent, they have a good relationship, warmth, encouragement, and a secure and stable environment. Now, this pandemic months, we children were really blessed to have time along with their parents, where they had a quality time. They came up with different ideas from parents, and parents, grandparents, everyone shared their learnings with their children or their grandchildren. So this was the best time where we could connect with children, and they were at home, but they were creative. They can explore more than what they have learned. It was not the bookish language, going to the school, doing what teacher says, but no, they had spent a lot of time interacting with the parent, and they had a good quality time with the parents. So home environment. Now, the second environment is the school, of course. Our relation with our children, our students, the classroom activity which a teacher conducts. There's a positive, open, democratic, and free environment where the teacher always appreciate the child, whatever it does, as it the attributes say, we'll need to listen and respect everyone's perspective. So this is what we teach our children, to respect others' perspectives. So there is a positive, open, democratic, and free environment, positive interpersonal relation. There are relation with the friends and all. There are different programs. A creative teacher also matters. We play an important role in children's life because we are called as a second parent. And PYP, it is said that home room teacher, it means that it is a home, it's not a school, where we spend more time with our kids, with our students, where we as same as mother and father and other family members, we are also a part of their life. So we also influences the creativity. I hope you all agree with me. Now, how might we encourage children's creative instinct? There are a few steps I want to share with you all. So, there are a few things we can develop, okay? Like, allow your students to make simple choices when they are in the class. Encourage them to think independently. It's not like the teacher centered learning, it's what the child wants to study. Exercise, an important aspect of creativity. This is the main step where we allow the student agency in our class, where we promote student agency, encouraging independence and caregivers in all medias. A student nowadays, they are used to all the medias and all. They don't think apart from there. So a student that is constantly entertained by others and all the television will struggle a bit to find their own without access to media. It's very difficult for a child to research apart from the media. So let's inculcate the habit of asking our children to go and talk to our neighbors, our parents, our uh, family members, so where they can develop their ATL skills. That's research skill, communication skill, and social skills too. So they can be more creative. Then the third point is provide supplies can all contribute to elaborate dramatic items in your students' environment to stimulate their imagination. Like give them drawing supplies, blocks, books, and random craft supplies can also contribute to elaborate dramatical play schemes. So what we do is we give them the gadgets and all at home instead of give them some supplies like it is said. So they can be creative. Ask them to draw something, whatever they imagine. Give them some moments, share some pictures with them and ask them to visualize and create their own perspective. Then brainstorm different uses for items with your students. Then, like for example, a cardboard tube can be a telescope, a tower, or a person. Validate all of your students' idea. So you need to respect their perspective. When you praise your children, they get a confident, okay, I can do it. We can ask them, okay, children, this is the best thing you have done. But later on, in a positive way, we can explain them, you can do better. So the child also gets praising and he gets confident that, okay, I can do better than this time. Now, the third point is ask your students to be open minded. Okay, so ask open minded questions to stretch their understanding and help them to postulate ideas. Then you can engage them in storytelling. Start a story and take a turn building upon it. Follow your students' lead in what the mood of the story should be. Like when you have a class, I had practiced this in my class. I started a story when I had an online learning. So I wanted each and every child to participate. So I started an imaginary story and asked them, okay, continue. So one child they add on, and then the ask them, okay, now we need to end up. So these one or two students will end up the story. So they were so creative. I was really happy to see and felt wow. My grade two students can do so much things, so much, and they all of a sudden they thought it was not something what they knew. They were all creative. So this platform a teacher can give. Now, how do we create opportunities for creativity in our classroom? Now, what are the opportunities? Create a compassionate, accepting environment that is open minded. Even teach your students to respect others' views, where they need to appreciate. It's not like I am best, no. So, when we tell them, okay, you need to listen to your friends, appreciate them, so they will also learn to be open minded. So, this is compassionate. Be present with your students' idea, listen to them, encourage autonomy, reword assignment to promote creative thinking, give students direct feedback on their creativity. You need to praise them, help students to know what is appropriate to be creative, why they need to be creative, protect and support your students' instincts, motivation. This is all we do it, but I wanted to share it with you also. Our class looks a lively class. Now, what are the benefits of creativity? Promoting creative thinking is also a powerful way to engage children with their learning. Children think creatively shows increased level of motivation and self-esteem. Developing the capacity of thinking is a creative way can enrich their lives and help them to contribute to a better society. So whatever we are doing, I think so it is all connected with the students agency where we promote students to think, take the ownership, where they can ask question what they want to learn, they can raise their voice and they can choose what they want to learn. So this is the best way of benefits of the creativity. Now, what are the different strategies to support thinking across the curriculum? We can create any lesson can develop creative thinking if it involves pupils generating and extending ideas, suggesting hypotheses, applying imaginations, and finding new or innovative outcomes. Try to include opportunities in your creative lessons. And we need to look at the evidences also. Now, the question arises why? Why we have to, why it is important to develop creative expressions in our students? This question. So you may be thinking why I'm sharing, why we are emphasizing on creativity, why a child needs to, we need to instinct. Creative expression is a learning in its purest form, and for a child to develop crucial skills for their academic, physical, and socio-emotional progress. It's vitally important for adults to acknowledge, encourage, promote, and celebrate their creativity. We need to inculcate in our children like why they are doing this, why they have to learn, why they have to inquire. So when you tell them the elements, so our main focus is we need to develop the 8 years and the learner profiles in our students. So where we are focusing on the skills and why we are encouraging them. And at the end, always we need to share with our children, like with our students, that whatever they do, let's celebrate that moment. It's right, wrong, whatever they feel. It's beautiful, it's not that good. Okay, tell them whatever you have done, we need to celebrate it. We need to celebrate the creativity also. So it is rightly said creativity is inventing, experimenting, growing, taking a bit risk, breaking rules. Yeah, children, for them, sometimes they may break rules, making mistakes, but having fun at the end. Now, there are few apps that for kids that inspire creativity. I want to share a video with you all. Just a minute. There are apps for kids that inspire creativity. Even parents can see this, and they can really give their kids, instead of giving them other gadgets, ask them to use these apps, to use these apps. There are creativity building apps. You can be an engineer at this age. They can be masters. Cat in the Hat builds that. Another app is Sago Mini Big City, where they can learn how to ride a fire truck. This is for meditation, mindfulness. Stop, breathe, and think. You can also use Chaka Mystery House, where they can wander through. Mochi Moji Kids app, where they can develop their literacy skills. So you can jot it down. There are different apps which helps to inspire creativity. The Cat in the Hat that builds that. Second Mini Big City. Stop, breathe, and think kits. Messenger kits where they can use like how we use our Twitter, Messenger, Telegrams, WhatsApp. There are few games on drawing challenge games. Khan Academic Kits, Chaka Mystery House, Moji Moji. Now, why creativity? Why creative expressions? It has intellectual benefits, promoting cognitive skills, including numeracy, independent thinking, and problem solving. Now, when a child, we develop the skills in in our students, so they can build a child emotional development is there, helping children communicate their feelings, learn how to deal with them appropriately. It also supports language, their vocabulary, and literacy development. It also helps a child develop fine and gross motor skill, promotes better health and well-being, promotes social development and interaction, helping children learn about what is teamwork and consideration for others. As I said, when they sit with their uh, peers, need to respect their perspectives. They can be open-minded. So we develop the ATL and learner profile in our students. It also develops a child's unique personality. Hope you all agree with me. Now it is rightly said about a teacher. It is the supreme art of the teacher to awaken joy, creative expression, knowledge. It was rightly said by Albert Einstein. Like teachers are the supreme art. So I end up with my webinar and I hope you all enjoyed, you have learned why we need to be like a teacher can be more creative than the students and we can make a classroom lively and give a child to think independently, the support, the backing support from us. Hope you all enjoyed my webinar and any questions you have, we have few minutes. You all can share your questions in the chat box. I'll answer it. And at the end, if you have any doubts, you can also email me on my email ID. So hope you all enjoyed. Thank you all. Have a nice day.